Our time now is 8:48. A family drama and a pair of thrillers premiere this week, some of which were filmed locally. And movie writer Mike Scott with NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune, joins us now with his top picks. And thanks so much for joining us, Mike.
Always glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
And I know this time of year is typically slower.
A little hit or miss at the box office, and this week kind of lives up to that. We get we're in that season where we're getting the last trickle of Oscar movies, and then other movies just sort of trying to find their way. They're not good enough maybe to be in the summer season. They couldn't hang in the Oscar season, so now they're trying their luck this week.
This is where they appear.
Right,
All right,
right.
Let's start off with the first one that we're talking about is called The Loft.
Right. This was one that was filmed locally. It was shot in 2011. Stars James Marsden, and then it kind of disappeared. It was scheduled by Universal Pictures and unscheduled and rescheduled and then sold to a new distributor. So there were red flags going up on this one, and then they really didn't screen it widely for anybody. It's a thriller about a group of guys who keep an apartment secretly to where they can have their own illicit affairs. Then a body turns up, and they got to figure out, okay, who's responsible for this. So this one's not screened widely for anybody. So I have no idea. There's a big mystery on this, except for the fact that it seems like they might be trying to hide something here. So this might be one to skip, at least for the time being, until you've talked to somebody who's seen it.
But I like the fact that it was filmed locally.
Right.
Would you possibly recognize some scenes?
The 930 Poydras Street, the big black building with the sky lobby.
Yeah.
That's the exterior of that building is their apartment building.
Okay.
But other than that, it's supposed to be set in a nondescript city, so you won't see too much.
All right. Project Almanac. Tell us about that
well,
one.
This is another thriller that's a found footage thriller. That it's they can see a bunch of kids. They videotape everything they do, and then they find plans for a time machine, decide to put it together, lo and behold, it works. The buzz on this one is that just that jittery camera work, that found footage conceit that we're getting so much of, wears out its welcome very quickly here. There's some promise to the story, there's a little bit of wit there, but it just sort of wears out its welcome.
It's a lot of that kind of shakiness going on.
Yeah, handy cam type.
I forget the name of that movie, the Blair Witch.
Blair Witch
Remember
Project,
that one?
exactly.
Oh,
it's right in that vein.
So kind of like that. All
exactly.
right. This is your pick of the week. Black Sea?
Black Sea, this is a Jude Law submarine thriller, and I love a good submarine movie, right? I mean, they're always very, very intense. This one, he plays a guy who gets laid off from a civilian contractor, so he pulls together a ragtag team of former Navy men. They get their hands on a decommissioned Russian sub, and they decide to go to the bottom of the Black Sea to retrieve a stash of Nazi loot sitting in a sunken U-boat at the bottom of the Black Sea.
Geez.
So yeah, it's very intense stuff. It doesn't do anything to expand the genre. It's kind of predictable, but everything it does well. This is a nice, fast-moving, enjoyable, intense 2 hours of cinema.
All right, and I was just asking Mike, when you go to the movie theater, where do you sit? Do you have your one spot where we can find you?
Middle of the middle. Middle row, middle seat, have the midway up, that's where I am.
Especially for a movie like Project Almanac that's all
all
over the
that
place.
glittering,
you don't want to be so close up.
Exactly.
All right, I was just curious, All right, Mike, have a great weekend.
You too.
Thank you. A little guy cannot wait to go places. We'll show you this adorable video and more ahead in today's Lil Lanyap.